Okay. Give people a second to join. I'm gonna give like another minute for more people to join. But thanks to y'all for coming early. Okay, so yeah, first I just want to say thank you so much to Dossier for working with me on this live. Dossier is a perfume brand, so they kind of have like inspired by perfumes. They smell really good. They're really long lasting. My favorite one is the Ambery Saffron. So you all should use my code. It's JorWish, like my username, JorWish10, and you'll get extra money off. It's Cyber Monday, so take advantage of those deals. And they also have a risk-free return policy. So after you order the scent, if you don't like it, which is really unusual, but if you don't like it, you can return it risk-free and get your money back or change the scent. So highly recommend that. And I do have this on right now, the Ambery Saffron. I'm gonna spray a little bit more because it's my favorite. But yeah. Anyways, this is not even a study break. Like I'm done studying for the day. I don't like studying at night. But if you all have any questions, I can answer them, or literally anything, or I can just keep talking about like law school, like where we are at in the year, because this is the first year we actually have a reading period. Okay, what are you studying this semester? So this semester I'm only taking really 3 classes, which is kind of a light load. I'm taking evidence, PR, so professional responsibility, which is like an ethics class, and I'm taking con law 2 because at Howard you take con law. It's mandatory to take con law your first year and your second year, and they split it up into 2 different classes. So you have con law 1 and then con law 2, which is more focused on individual rights. So that's what I'm taking this semester. And each of those classes have a final. So those are my 3 finals as well. But thank you for your question, Gemma. That was really cool. Tips to 1L going into exams. I would say to just have confidence. You can be unsure at times. 1L is all about being unsure, but I would say to go into your exams feeling confident and practice your writing, and to just be calm, because I think when you freak out, that's when it goes bad. But go into there being confident and make sure you're prepared. And don't compare yourself to other people, and try to mute as many law school people as possible. Like, don't talk to anyone. I think I muted like all my law school mutuals on Instagram, Twitter, 1L year, because I was so anxious about exams and I didn't want to hear anything about anyone else. Yeah, evidence. I think evidence might be like a favorite class. Like, it's definitely interesting. PR is not hard at all. The thing is, for our PR class, we have like the exam is not multiple choice. Like at first I didn't think it was hard, but when we have to write this stuff like open note, I mean not open note, but like open-ended, it's kind of different because that's not the way, you just learn PR on Barbary. Like they teach you multiple choice ways. So it's not hard, but it's kind of a lot when you have to know the rule, like, okay, this is rule 8.2 section C, like, and then write the rule out. So that's where I am with PR. What is the reading period like? Well, I kind of like it. It's not as stressful as before. I really think before we only had like maybe 2 days with the reading period. Like we didn't really have one. So this is different to have a full week. But it's kind of hard because you want to just like act like school is over, but it's really not over. Like it's just preparing for finals. But low key school is over. Like I don't have class. So I'm really just making my own schedule here for real. Like, you could decide when you wanna study because you don't have classes in the way, so it's hard to manage your time because you have so much of it, but I think so far the reading period is not too bad. What's a good dossier sounds good. Like, but she kinda stinks. Um, well, if she stinks, like, this perfume is not for that. I would recommend soap and water, but my favorite scent, if you want her to smell like me, is the ambery saffron one. But I like the vanilla scents as well, so yeah, I hope that helps, and I'm sorry for you that she smells, but, hopefully you like the smell of Dossier better. Do y'all have any other questions? Well, yeah, I guess if you are a 1L, like, what classes are you taking? Or if you're 1L at Howard, then I know the classes, but if you're not 1L at Howard, like, what classes are you taking or have exams in? And then also, Gemma, are you a 2L or a 3L? If you're still watching, I don't know. Thank you. Tay Tay says she loves my videos. Thank you. Sorry I haven't uploaded in forever, but hopefully after finals. After finals, I want to do a Q&A with Lexi and just talk about 2L year. You're a 3L. Oh, goals. Goals, goals, goals. I probably should have been doing something more. Do you think 2L is easier or harder than 1L? I personally think it's easier because you already know what you're doing. It's easier on the mind, but the work is still like hard. It's still law school. But as far as the uncertainty, at least for me, it's not there. And my workload and my reading load is way less than it was 1L year. Granted, I'm not involved in a lot, so if I had all these typical positions like being on like Moo or doing journal, I probably wouldn't be saying that. Or if I was in a clinic, but I didn't do that, so I felt like 2L was easier. Thank you, Sydney, for your question. Also, like, where are y'all? Like, are you all in like the DC area or are you on the West Coast, in South, not in the US at all? Like, I'm curious. Like, I can see that on my analytics, but I can't see it, of course, live right now. So, but yeah. How do you balance law school and social life? Well, I don't. Oh, you're in California? Okay. Um, yeah, it's hard. I think it's hard to balance law school and social life because, of course, who wouldn't choose social life? But I feel like it just takes discipline and you just have to know like what things take priority and what things don't. Okay, from the Bay Area. Okay, we got Bay Area in the house. Yeah, I'm not from the Bay Area, but I know a lot of people in the Bay and they rep the Bay hard, so I can understand. Okay, he's in Europe. So y'all are up late. My friends in Europe told me that I wanted two of my friends to join, and they said that they might be asleep because it's like midnight there. Any other questions? Girl, there is no social life at all. Yeah, I mean, probably the ideal student wouldn't have time for much of a social life, but I'm a social person. So if I don't do anything, then I will just not be productive. Like, I like having things to look forward to, and I like to hang out with my friends, but it is hard, especially around now when you should just dedicate everything to finals. It's hard, but it's, I don't know. That's life, like figuring out how to balance your social life. I probably should have put this link on Instagram so people can join because a lot of people are asking me for the link, but I don't want to be on my phone while I'm on here. But yeah, any other questions, y'all? Just be sitting here. How do you balance your social life? Um, I don't know. I just have I make a to-do list every day, and so I make sure that I do those things that day. And I definitely try to have a certain point in the semester when I like stop doing stuff on the weekends because I like to use my weekends to get a lot of work done. And it was hard. It's really hard fall for me because I have a lot of fall birthdays. So literally in November, it was like back to back to back birthday, 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 birthday. So that's harder, but I don't really know how I balance it. I just do. But I've been that way since undergrad. I was always like a partier. I always went out and I still like managed to do well in school. But I think it's just discipline. I also wake up really early. So at the times when people usually do schoolwork, I'm usually already done with my schoolwork. So because I wake up early, I have more time in the evenings to do fun stuff because I already finished my school priorities. So I recommend that. And just said that she said, I just got Dossier perfumes and they're good. Yes, they are good. Are you working at a firm after graduation? I would say like 90% chance, yes, I am. I worked at a firm one L summer and I like the firm, so I'm gonna return two L summer. And usually wherever you work two L summer, you're like more than likely gonna work there after you graduate. So yeah. Are any of y'all interested in big law or public interest or in-house, anything like that? We have to keep the conversation going, people, because I don't want to just be sitting here in silence. I would have music in the background, but I think YouTube won't let me do that. Um, UK for study abroad, but Jersey. Oh, okay. So you're from New Jersey? Okay, cool. I feel like we have a freaking. Okay. Hey, do you know what type of law you want to practice? This is from Bree. I don't know if I have like a set thing in mind like right now. Like I mean for the rest of my career. But right now I think I'm interested in like more of corporate stuff. So like transactions or like yeah, just like transactional stuff, corporate work, like mergers and acquisitions. That's I think what I'm interested in, like the short-term goal. That's what I see myself doing more immediately. But long term, I've been considering like maybe possibly sitting on the bench, but I don't know because right now litigation is not my wave. And then after like being a TA, I'm kind of like, dang, maybe I could be a professor one day. So I don't know. How's the school life balance? Everyone asks. I think this semester I was definitely way more on the social, not much on the school, just because I just knew we were gonna go back online. Like I just did not take in-person school serious. I was like, no, there's no way. Like we're gonna have an outbreak. They're gonna put us back online. Like this is a hot mess. Like how are we gonna do this? But no, we actually are. We've been in person the full semester. I'm gonna take finals in person. So I wasn't really taking school serious, but I would say the balance really just comes with having discipline, still trying to, get my readings in and waking up early. Says, I've been watching your videos since before you joined law school. Okay, loyal. I appreciate it. I've been watching your videos since before you joined law school. Now I'm heading into my first finals of 1L. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the tips and guidance. You're such inspiration. Thank you so much, Giorgio. That's lit. No, that's crazy. I have been on YouTube for a while, so that's super cool. And I love when y'all share those things. Okay. I know they said you'll start getting offers for full time during 2L. Have you received any offers yet? Also, do you see yourself staying in DC after graduation? So I worked at a firm my 1L year, um, and I really liked the firm. So um, I just kind of wrote that offer out. But so basically, have I received any offers yet? Yes, and I received my offer like before 2L started, basically. And do I see myself staying in DC after graduation? I do. I do. I love DC, y'all. So yeah. Um, I'm so terrified to get overwhelmed. Wait, so you're not in law school yet? I feel like you seem familiar. Like if I feel like we've DM'd on Instagram, but yeah, y'all, I don't know. I manage it just like you all. Like I'm not perfect at managing school and like law school, but I try to balance it, but I just feel like some things it's like I'm probably not going to remember what I read week 8, but if it's a life event then I'll try to prioritize that because at the end of the day it's still my life and life is more important than, law school it's important, but you got to just be reasonable about it sometimes. You're a senior in undergrad. Well, congrats, senior. Congrats, you're gonna be class of 2022. That's lit. Sports law. Yeah, I wanted to take a sports law class that Howard had, but I think it put me over the limit of work of units or credit hours, whatever they call it. But yeah, sports law seems interesting and they make a lot of money, I think. Like sports agents make bank, so that sounds cool. I followed your channel for about a year now. I'm a 1L in the ATL area. Okay, ATL. Um, yeah, I feel like I didn't really record that much what fall 1L because fall 1L I was locked in, y'all. Like I had blinders. After a certain point, I was like, no, I'm all in. I'm only reading, doing schoolwork. But thank you all for following my journey. Imagine, I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this channel, not gonna lie to y'all, because sometimes YouTube gets annoying, but that's nice that y'all keep following me. I hope the content has been getting better and better. I've been trying to apply to Howard, but my LSAT score is keeping me back. I want to take the January LSAT, but Howard said their deadline is February 28th. Do you think it's pushing it if I apply in February? February 28th is early. I thought like law school applications are not due until March. But I'll preface this by saying I do not think I'm an admissions expert and I would not classify myself as one. I would say to take the LSAT when you're ready, because it's nothing, to play with. Like you want to get a good score on that. And also, yeah. So, okay. Do you think it's pushing if I apply in February? I don't think so, because if you think that's when you're going to be ready for the LSAT, then that's fine. They have that deadline for a reason. It is rolling admission, but they have that deadline for a reason. So as long as you're on the deadline, I think you'll be okay. Currently studying for my Civ Pro final. Civ Pro. Advice I would say to watch the Barbary videos and to really make sure. Okay, well, this is like specific to Howard Civ Pro and like my specific class. I know some people their Civ Pro is different. Ours it's going to be closed book for them, but I would say Civ Pro, you want to make sure you know the rules, but be able to put the rule in your own words. Like don't try to memorize the rule verbatim from the book because it's hard to memorize that way, at least for me. And know your cases and try to get your hands on any practice exams that you can. And yeah, just really grind it out. I think you do a great job at balancing law school and showing that you can still have fun. Oh, thank you. I'm going to be doing way more fun stuff next semester, so hopefully you all like that too. January 15th, you get your LSAT score by February 2nd. So yeah, that means okay, cool, man. Let me catch up here. Civ Pro, Crim, Torts. Yeah, I didn't take Crim until my second semester of 1L. How much time do you get on exams at Howard? It depends, but I would say the average is like between 3 and 4 hours. And I usually use all the time. And usually Howard is like known for having closed book exams, which to me is very, very, very terrible. But if people did it before, somehow I guess I gotta figure out a way to do it as well. So hey. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. Okay, is it easy to make friends there? I think it's easy. Because one, our group chats, like when you get into a school, like the admissions group me, that's when you are gonna make many of your friends. And everyone is gonna be just like you. They're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm so nervous for law school. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared." Like, or I'm excited to come to DC. I'm excited for law school. So I think you'll be able to make friends, and it'll probably be easier for you because y'all will do more stuff in person. Like we were virtual, so we had a bigger hurdle, and we still managed to make friends. Also on social media, you'll meet people that way. Like you'll find your people. I guarantee it. Whew, I should have brought some water. I'm also a senior. Good. You know, that's part of the reason why I like doing YouTube is because I can show people. Like, I kind of wish there was more people that were doing it before I went to law school too. There were a few people, but there can always be more. So I'm happy that like you all are like learning from me and seeing that it's really like it's possible to like do law school and not be like completely miserable. Even though I feel miserable, but sometimes I do stuff. I'm beyond stressed about my Civ profile next week. My professor was trash. Oh gosh. Yeah, y'all, I was actually a TA for Civ Pro this year. And Civ Pro is not it's not an easy class. It's really one where you're like I feel like you're learning a new language. So, but it's important. I think Civ Pro is important at least. But I would say to really just the Barbie videos, they did it for me. Like watching Barbie, I had like a whole plan for Civ Pro, but it's stressful. I would say try to get those practice exams and memorize those rule statements. Do you plan on doing another Q&A panel? I ask because I'm a non-traditional student with a different perspective to add second career. Yeah, maybe. It's just I really struggle with coordinating with people, but I would be down for it. Like I'm open for anything, so for sure. I think that is like gonna be a good perspective for people. What's academics? Oh, do they have like Civ Pro supplements? Yeah. No, Civ Pro is a beast. Hopefully you all have like an open book one. I know for my one else they have closed book. So my heart goes out to them. I'm gonna say a prayer for them. But they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Any other questions? I feel like I might do like 8 more minutes. Oh, hey, show. Okay. What do you have to do to become a TA? I just asked my professor if I could do it. And you have to, of course, like get a really good grade in the class. Okay, how much is the Barbie subscription? So your school should give you Barbie for free as a 1L. As a 2L, I can't get Barbie for free. The only free stuff they have is the MPRE stuff. But other than that, you'll pay for Barbie when you're doing like studying for the bar if you choose to study with Barbie. But usually it's free for your 1L year. Um, Also, I know Howard has a program where you can take the bar before graduating. Do you plan on doing that? At first I did. At first I did. And it's like the New York bar. You can be like a pro bono scholar or something. It's not specific to Howard. I think it's just specific to New York. You can do it at other schools. But someone told me that they only let like one or two people do that. And then they said that they kind of discourage students from doing that because if you do that, then you can't really be involved in anything else, and they want their students to be involved in the school. So I don't think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, but I mean, it really sounds like they're oh my gosh, you take the bar early, like do it, do it, do it. But in practicality, like it's really not that encouraged. It's not that encouraged, and it's just really rare. I guess they let people do that. And I didn't feel like having to go through the administration for anything. So I was like, I'll be all right. Like, I'll take it when I want to take it. Thank you, Show, for the words of encouragement, though. Tips for contracts. I didn't do the best in contracts. I mean, I did fine, but I'm not like an expert. And if you're taking it at Howard, or like if you have Mice and Professor, I would say to not even focus on contracts first semester because your grade doesn't count till spring. But for us with contracts, what did I do? I just like really learned the cases a lot, like made sure I knew a lot of the cases because a lot of our questions were based on cases. And I did a lot of Quimby stuff and I used like bar prep for contracts. Like I took a lot of MBE questions. um, from there as well. Thanks. I will email you about the panel. Okay, cool. Thanks. Thank you for and good luck to y'all too on finals. How many hours do you typically study a day? Well, one whole year I was studying way too like I studied so much. Like I think the most I would probably do between 5 and the most I did a day was 14 hours. That's like my record of studying. But nowadays I'm probably studying like I'd say between 4 and 6 hours a day. I'm not doing too much, yeah, I'd say between 4 and 6 hours, but it'll probably ramp up, like, I think within the next 2 days, I'm gonna try to kick it up, but it's really not the hours, I think it's you should do more on, like, do you know the subject and have you, like, mastered it? Because it might take you a long time, but just do it based on the subject, so, let's say for Civ Pro, for example, if you're just gonna be like, "Okay, today I'm gonna do joinder. Like joinder, you can spend more than a day on joinder. So I would say to do it based on the subject and not necessarily on the time. But it is good to log your time just so that you can pace yourself as well. How many hours did you study a day for the LSAT? I don't remember. Dang. I would say maybe like 4 hours a day, but I was not the ideal LSAT studier. Like I was studying for it while I was in school and I was not taking that serious. Like I could have done way better. If I feel like I would have done better if I wasn't taking studying while I was in school or if yeah. But honestly, probably not because I just needed more self-discipline, but the LSATs trained me for studying in law school for sure. But I would say I studied maybe like I really don't remember. I want to say maybe like 10 to 20 hours a week. But if you use LSAT Engine, which is what I use, one, if you use them, let me know for to get my referral. Just say like you got it from Jordan, but or I guess JorWish. But they'll tell you how many hours you need to be doing and like all that stuff. So that's why I really like the course. I might have to grab water, y'all. I'm out of breath, and I've been talking for a while. Yeah, I mean the LSAT is hard, and I cried so much with studying because it's not linear, like, it's not like, "Oh, you'll always get better and better and better," like, sometimes you get better, you do worse, but I would say to really, really understand why you're getting the ones wrong, like, sometimes we can just be quick to just be like, "Okay, whatever, I got it wrong, on to the next." With the LSAT, it's all like, I don't it's a s it's I don't know if they call it strategy or skill it's like a strategy test, you need to, like, know why, and then once you start getting that better, I think that helps you, but don't be discouraged. I mean, like, the test is terrible, like, they need to just get rid of it, but it's okay. We just work through it, and hopefully one day they'll get rid of it. But I think some schools are making it optional. I think, I don't know. Do y'all have any other questions? I wanna grab this I think I'm gonna grab water real quick. Okay. Okay, y'all, well, we're about to hit 30 minutes, so any other questions? I don't wanna leave people hanging. I'll give you all a second to type, but if not, don't forget to use my code JorWish10, JorWish10 on Dossier and get your cents. These are actually really good. Apparently, they're all over TikTok too. I need to start going on TikTok more, but I just don't have the time. But Dossier, they smell really good. Do you have GPAs in law school? You do. You do have GPAs. You have GPAs, and you'll have a ranking, which is it is what it is. Um, yeah. Okay, y'all. Well, next vacation. My next vacation is I'm gonna keep it a surprise, but I'm vlogging it and it's gonna be a really fun time. Does everyone know your ranking or just you? Just you. I think they only post the number one. So like, or at least at my school, they'll have a bulletin board where they'll post who got the highest grade in like whatever class, and like I guess that's just so they can get their accolades and stuff. And then your like personal ranking, they just email that to you. Um, and they might like I think there is an award for whoever is like number one. Um, and like that's probably public, but I mean, who would want? Maybe they do want number one to be private if you are number one, but I think they publish the number one people. But no, I don't even think I've ever been to Southwest Florida. I've only been to like Miami and Orlando. I'm not too good with Florida geography. But anyways, y'all, I feel like I've been yapping for forever. Let me know if you want me to do these lives more often. And once again, thank you to Dossier for working with me on this live stream. It was nice checking in with y'all. And I hope this holds you all over because sadly, I'm going to have to take a content break because I'm studying for finals now. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.